Hi, fifth grade. Today's math lesson is over lesson 1.11, and it is called Reasonable Answers. And I'll warn you before you watch this video, this one's a little bit tricky, so you really have to think and you kind of have to picture in your mind. And I always picture pizza because it's a circle and then I can picture it being cut into slices. So picture pizza in your mind to help you with these, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier, okay? We can estimate fractions using what they call benchmarks. So we look to see, is the fraction closer to 0, 1/2, or a whole? And remember, I think of pizza. So when I look at a fraction, I picture it in my mind as a pizza, and I think, is that close to no pizza? Is it about half a pizza, or is it close to a whole pizza? And we're gonna practice doing that with these fractions down here, okay? So let's look at number 1. Remember, hang in here with me. This one's a little bit difficult. We have the fractions 1/4 and 7/8. So first, we want to estimate them. So let's look at 1/4. I want you to picture 1/4 of a pizza in your mind. So 1 out of 4 pieces. Is that closer to no pizza, a half a pizza, or a whole pizza? We're gonna say it's closer to a half. Now, if you were thinking it's closer to no pizza, you're correct. It's kind of right in the middle, but we're just gonna say a half. So I'm just gonna write a half right there to remind myself that that's what I'm estimating to. And then I have to look at my other fraction. It is 7/8. So picture a pizza that's cut into 8 slices and you eat 7 of them. Did you eat almost no pizza? Did you eat about half of a pizza? Or did you eat almost a whole pizza? 7/8. Hopefully you're thinking 1 whole. If you eat 7 out of the 8 pieces of pizza, you've almost ate the whole thing. So I'm writing a 1 there because we estimated it to be a 1. And then I look, they want us to add those together because there's the addition sign. So what is a half plus a whole? That would be 1.5. Okay, so when we find this real answer, it should be close to 1.5. Now today we are just practicing finding our estimates, so we're not really going to find the real answer. We're just gonna practice estimating. So let's practice estimating on the next one too. Look at your first fraction, 7/16. So I'm thinking 7/16, picturing kind of a pizza in my mind. Is 7/16 like no pizza? Is it about half of a pizza? Or is it closer to a whole pizza? 7/16. It's about half. So hopefully you should half. I'm gonna write down half right here. Remember, half of 16 would be 8, so that's pretty close to a half. Then let's look at our other fraction, 5/12. So I'm picturing a pizza that's cut into 12. If I eat 5 of them, did I eat almost no pizza, about half a pizza, or almost the whole pizza? 5/12. Hopefully you're thinking half. Remember, half of 12 would be 6, so I almost ate half of a pizza there when I ate 5 pieces. And then I look at my sign, they're asking me to subtract on this one. So what is 1/2 minus 1/2? That would be 0. So my estimate would be 0. Whenever I solve this problem for real, my answer should be pretty close to nothing. So it's going to be a very small fraction because I'm estimating that it's about 0. Remember, today we're just focusing on estimating, so we're not going to do the real answer. We could, but we're just going to focus on estimation. Let's try down here. These are mixed numbers, so we have to round to the nearest whole number. So I'll help you figure this out, but pay close attention. We have 5 2/3 minus 3 1/6. So look at your first mixed number, 5 2/3. Now we want to look at the fraction. So 2/3, picture that in your mind. Is that a little bit of pizza or a lot of pizza? Well, if I ate 2/3, I ate a lot of pizza. I ate most of the pizza. So this 5 is going to bump up to a 6 because I ate a lot of pizza. Okay, so my 5 is going to bump up to a 6. Let's look at our other one. We have 3 and 1/6. Look at your fraction, and you're thinking, is 1/6 a little bit of pizza or a lot of pizza? 1/6. Well, if I just ate 1 slice out of 6, that's not very much. That's just a little bit. So if it's just a little bit, I leave this big number where it's at. So it's still going to be a 3 because I only ate a little bit more. So it's close to 3. And then look, they're asking me to subtract. So 6 minus 3, what would 6 minus 3 be? 3. So my estimate is 3. When I get my real answer, it should be pretty close to 3. Remember, we're not going to find the real answer today because we're just practicing with our estimate. Let's try another one of those. I have 1 and 1/4. So remember, look at your fraction. 1/4, I'm thinking, is that a little bit of pizza or a lot of the pizza? 1/4. Well, that's just a little bit. I only ate 1 piece. So if it's just a little bit, we leave our big number the same. So just 1. Now go over here to my other one. 2 and 7/10. Look at my fraction. 7/10. I'm picturing that kind of in my mind like a pizza. Is that a little bit of pizza or a lot of the pizza? Well, if I ate 7 out of 10, that's quite a bit. So I think that's a lot of the pizza. Remember, if this is a lot, I make my big number go up 1. So I'm changing it to a 3. We ate almost 3 pizzas. All right, I look at my sign. It's asking me to add those. What is 1 plus 3? 4. So my estimate tells me when I find my real answer, it should be close to 4 because that's what I estimated that it would be, about 4. Okay, remember, we're not finding the real answer today, but we could. We're just focusing on our estimation. All right, one more section down here. It says, is the answer reasonable or unreasonable? So we have to estimate and decide. Is their answer reasonable, which means, yeah, they probably did it right, or is their answer unreasonable, which means they probably made a mistake because it's way off. So we have to decide, is it reasonable or unreasonable? So let's look at number 5. 9/10. So remember, this is a fraction. Our options to round to are 0, a half, or 1. So 9/10. Is that closer to no pizza, half of a pizza, or a whole pizza? Well, 9 out of 10, that's almost the whole thing. So it's closer to 1 whole. So I'll put a 1 above it. Then go over here to my 2/5. So picture 2/5 of a pizza. Is that closer to 0, a half, or a whole? Well, when I picture 2/5, that's pretty close to half the pizza. I'm almost there. So that's a half. And I'm looking at my sign. It wanted me to subtract those. So 1 minus a half. What's a whole pizza minus half a pizza? That would be 1/2. So I say that their answer should be close to 1/2. And then I'm looking at their real answer. Whoa, they said it should be 1 3/10. Is 1 3/10 close to a half? No way, they're way off. They have a big number there and I don't have any big numbers. So their answer is unreasonable. They have done something wrong because their answer is way bigger than what my estimation said it should be. Let's try another one of those. 2 4/5. So remember, when I have mixed numbers, I just look back here at the fraction. So look at 4/5, and I'm thinking, is 4/5 a little bit of the pizza or a lot of the pizza? Well, 4 out of the 5 slices, that's quite a bit, so I think that's a lot. If this is a lot, this number goes up by 1, so my 2 is going to go to a 3. Okay, then go to my other mixed number, 6 1/6. So look at my fraction. 1/6. Is that a little bit of the pizza or a lot of the pizza? 1/6, that's only a little bit, 1 slice. So that's a little bit. This number stays the same as a 6. Then I'm looking, they wanted me to add those, so do my addition there. 3 plus 6 is how much? 9. So I say the answer should be close to 9. I'm going to look down at their answer. They got 8 and 29/30. Is that close to 9? Yeah, it's pretty close. If they're within a couple numbers of each other, they're pretty close. So they have a big 8 and I have a big 9. That's pretty close to each other. So I would say their answer is reasonable. They probably did it right because our answers are pretty close to one another. Okay, do the best you can on your homework. I know this one is tricky. Think about pizzas. Think about a pizza. Would you be eating a lot or a little and then go from there? Do the best you can.